Hello everyone, it's Angie here at Beads and Plenty More. Today I thought I'd show you how to do these little Christmas wreath earrings since Christmas is coming up here. So I've got a 20mm hoop that we're going to work on. And one thing about these is that they're usually crimped on one side and the other side will open up. So you just have to figure out which side that is and pull it open. And I'm working with size 8 seed beads and 4mm crystal here. And what I did is I threaded one up already. So I've got one here where I started with the size 8 bead and I alternated the size 8 bead and the 4mm crystal. There's 9 of these 4mm crystals all the way around. And that comes all the way back to the beginning. So some of these I found that they were just a touch long, and if they are, all you need to do is just trim a little bit off with your wire cutters. But what we're going to do is we're going to slip the end back in. Now you can glue this as well. You don't absolutely have to, but it's often a good idea. And I would use a glue like E6000 or something that will glue metal. Now this one, because we've got the bow that's going to cover right over top of the front, I don't have to worry about the front being pretty. So I'm going to take my pliers and just come and squish down really hard on this to crimp that wire in place. So I did put a nice little mark there, but that doesn't matter because that's going to be covered anyways. So then I'm going to take some 28 gauge wire, and I've got a couple inches here. And I'm going to make my pliers work for me here because I want to come through that bottom loop. There's a bottom loop and a top loop here. I want to go through that little loop at the bottom. And I want to go through it a second time. Just to make sure it's good and secure. And then this tail end, I'll just tuck it up in behind the bow here. So now if we slide the bow on, and one thing you need to keep in mind about the top loop is that you also have to put a shepherd hook on this earring. So instead of going through that top loop, I'm actually going to go around it. So I'm going around the base of it. And that way I've still got the loop that I can put my shepherd hook through. Now this is still wiggling around a fair amount. So I'm going to bring my tail end back down through it. I'm going to make my pliers do the work here. I'm really bad for trying to just make everything work and not making my tools do the work. So there, I've got that in. It's good and secure now, it's not gonna move. So we'll just trim the tail end off here. Use the pliers to just tuck it down so that it doesn't jab, doesn't catch on things. And then when it comes to adding the shepherd hook, all I'm gonna do is take my pliers and just bend it a little bit open. Hook it, make sure it's facing the right direction, and then we'll just close it right back up. So that's all there is to it. So you just make the other one to match, and that's your pair of earrings. Hope you have a good day.